the town.
नेपालमा लगानी बढाउने तथा विदेशी लगानीकर्ता र नेपालको निजी क्षेत्रबीच समन्वय गर्ने उद्देश्यका साथ नेपालमा सेकेन्ड DFI मिसन 2024 सम्पन्न भएको छ। BII, FMO तथा SDC को सहयोगमा इन्भेस्ट फर इम्प्याक्ट नेपाल IIN ले आयोजना गरेको सम्मेलनमा नेपाल सरकार 10 DFIs, 4 इम्प्याक्ट इन्भेस्टर, 30 भन्दा बढी डेलिगेट्स लगायत इन्भेस्टी र अन्य सरोकारवाला सहित 150 भन्दा बढीको सहभागिता रहेको थियो। 3 दिनसम्म विभिन्न चरणका सेसनहरू तथा औपचारिक अनौपचारिक भेटघाटमा नेपालका डेभलपमेन्ट फिनान्शियल इन्स्टिट्युसन्स DFIs को लगानीलाई कहाँ कसरी प्रभावकारी रूपमा बढाउन सकिन्छ भनेर गहन छलफल भयो। साथै नेपालको प्राइभेट सेक्टरले विभिन्न क्षेत्रमा DFIs सँग लगानी साझेदारी गर्न सक्छ भन्ने विषयमा पनि विभिन्न प्रस्तुतिहरू भए। विगतदेखि अहिलेसम्म विभिन्न DFIs को 1000 मिलियन डलर भन्दा बढी रकम नेपालमा लगानी छ, जसबाट नेपालको आर्थिक विकासमा योगदान पुगेको छ। यी सबै पक्षहरूलाई आत्मसात गर्दै काठमाडौँमा भएको सेकेन्ड DFI मिसन 2024 को उद्देश्यमाथि प्रकाश पार्दै नेपालका लागि स्विजरल्यान्डका राजदूत ड्यानियल म्युलीले नेपाल स्विजरल्यान्डको 60 वर्षदेखिको साझेदारी सम्झनुभयो। साथै DFIs को लगानीले नेपालको आर्थिक विकासमा मद्दत गर्ने विश्वास व्यक्त गर्नुभयो।
Nepal and Switzerland have a long partnership, 60 years strong, spanning numerous sectors. During the decades of our partnership, we have had several important milestones, and today is such a milestone. Actually, since last year, we have witnessed $156 million of investments from DFIs in Nepal. Today, Nepal stands at a critical juncture as it prepares to graduate from the least developed country status in 2026. In order to achieve sustainable and inclusive growth, it will be important that the government and the private sector work together to jointly increase investments and to strengthen the partnership with DFIs. And this is precisely why Switzerland supports programs like Invest for Impact Nepal. We are convinced that these are the kind of interventions that are crucial to develop the capacity of the private sector, to help the government understand the sector and its challenges, and to create a good base to attract investments. Switzerland joined hands with British International Investment, BII, and the Dutch Entrepreneurial Development Bank, FMO, with a vision to unlock DFI investments and nurture Nepal's investment ecosystem. The fact that you are all here today is primarily a result of this joint initiative, and we are very proud of this result.
कार्यक्रममा विश्वका विभिन्न देशमा डेभलपमेन्ट फिनान्शियल इन्स्टिट्युसन्स DFIs को लगानी र नेपालको अवस्था विषयमा प्रस्तुति दिइएको थियो।
In terms of the Sustainable Development Goals, there's a huge gap in financing that's needed in order for us to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. And estimates vary, but some put the gap as high as $4 trillion. And that's been exaggerated by COVID as well. So the need is getting higher and higher for financing to support SDGs. But on the other hand, there are certain challenges that means that funding is less and less available. That's drop in external private financing, various crises like the war in Ukraine, debt pressures, high inflation, and global growth slowdown. So the need is getting bigger and the available capital is getting smaller. The good news is that the impact investment market, so the whole asset industry that focuses on delivering impact, is growing at a kind of rate of 18% per year over the last few years. So DFIs are a significant share of that, 27%, and South Asia is getting 8% of the assets under management. As you can see on the slides, the focus is on a variety of sectors. Financial services is a big focus of impact investors, including DFIs. Energy, healthcare, food and agri are also sectors of focus. And impact investors invest in a variety of asset classes as well: private equity, private debt, public debt. We all have long-term horizons, so we're able to we're able to invest patient, returnable capital. We're all government-owned as well. And we provide loans, equity or guarantees, and also many times provide technical assistance to support our investees. So I'll hand over to Rabi to speak a little about the DFIs in Nepal.
Thank you, Alex. Now that Alex has enlightened us what development finance institutions are, I'm pretty sure there is a lot of curiosity in terms of understanding what development finance market in Nepal looks like and what are these DFIs that we have been talking about are doing in the market. Who are the investors in the market? We generally see four classes of investors. First is the bilateral development finance institutions. That's where I belong to at British International Investment. We believe there are about 12 to 14 investors very active in the market today. We have the multilateral development banks, including IFC, ADB, AIIB, and others who have been, I think IFC is the oldest player in the market alongside ADB. So they are also quite active in Nepal. We also have seen a new class of investors, the asset managers starting to invest, Responsibility Symbiotics, Microvest, which has been acquired by DAI Capital recently. So these new classes of investors have also started investing in Nepal. And we also have the development community in Nepal that has been doing development for ages, active in this scene, including the UK Embassy, FCDO, USAID, the Swiss government with different high-risk taking instruments that they bring on the table. So that's the universe in terms of what development finance actors look like in Nepal. I would say that DFI commitment in Nepal stands out for two reasons. One is it is sizable. If you compare with the last 15 years of commitments we've got from the Department of Industries that are looking at small-scale investments, DFI investments till date amount to almost 1/3 of it. And the second important point to note is the conversion rate of commitments in Nepal roughly, from a general investment stance, around 30 to 40% based on several research. So amount from $100 committed, actually not more than $30, $40 actually come to Nepal. But the commitment from the DFI universe is almost 100% materialized. So that's the difference in quality of investments. So DFI commitment is material in Nepal, both from a quantitative perspective as well as a quality perspective. I think just to note that point.
त्यस्तै मार्केट क्रिएसन स्ट्र्याटेजीको विषयमा एफएमओका इम्प्याक्ट डिरेक्टर युरिम स्क्राभेनले प्रस्तुति दिनुभएको थियो।
Allow me to delve into the heart of our discussion by first shedding a bit of light on FMO, the Dutch Development Entrepreneurial Bank. FMO has long been a trailblazer in impact investing, and its focus is on three core sectors: agribusiness, energy, and financial institutions. And our strategy is aptly named Pioneer, Develop, Scale. Precisely what we have in mind for Nepal. And we create lasting change by nurturing nascent businesses and transforming them into investment-ready projects. We do this through ecosystem building and direct engagement with businesses. And that way, we try to make unbankable opportunities bankable. So this commitment to market creation is pivotal to driving sustainable investment. Now, why do we do this? It's essentially a catalyst that bridges the gap between untapped potential and tangible impact. By nurturing emerging segments and businesses, we create an environment that's ripe for investment. Our focus extends beyond financial returns. We actually seek positive environmental and social impact, increased productivity, higher income, job creation, lots of impact. I'll talk in more detail about that tomorrow. In essence, we are trying to be architects of change, constructing pathways for sustainable growth. Now, let us pivot to Invest for Impact Nepal, our collaborative platform, which we established in February 21, which brings together FMO with the Swiss Agency for Development Corporation and BII. Together, we've embarked on a journey to understand Nepal's investment landscape and to identify constraints and translate our findings into actionable strategies. Since August 22, we have actually been implementing initiatives to help shape the markets of tomorrow here in Nepal. It's a multifaceted approach. We work closely with financial institutions, private equity, and venture capital funds, and we equip them with tools needed to attract foreign investment. Our investment readiness support ensures that businesses are well prepared to engage with investors, but our vision extends beyond individual transactions. We aim to develop an entire ecosystem that thrives on collaboration and partnership.
कार्यक्रममा वक्ताको रूपमा स्विस इन्भेस्टमेन्ट फन्ड फर इमर्जिङ मार्केट साइफेमका बोर्ड अध्यक्ष योर्ग फ्राइडेनले DFIsको उद्देश्य नाफा कमाउनु मात्र होइन भन्नुभयो। साथै DFIsले सरकार र जनतासँग विश्वासको वातावरण बनाउन सक्नुपर्ने उहाँको धारणा थियो।
Let me say first, the DFI are not looking for favors. You know, our purpose is not to generate return for our governments. This country has a tradition of relative mistrust toward public and external investors, and the level of foreign direct investors demonstrate that. I think DFI should first of all create the confidence to the government and to the public that private investment can generate impact and results without exploiting Nepal. On the contrary, by taking advantage of the capacities of its people and its resources to generate an added values to all. That's really the critical point. How can we use development finance grants to generate productive activity? I think DFI can be the bridge. DFI can be the bridge, and we know that the collaboration between DFI and development agency is not self-evident. We are under different logics. We have to bring this together. In this country, you still benefit from a relatively large amount of grants by development agencies. That, in my view, should be used in particular to create space for equity finance for new entrepreneurs. There are costs in supporting new entrepreneurs that DFI cannot sustain. Not in terms of risk, but in terms, of training. The size in particular is the main challenge we face. The enterprises that come up are too small for DFI to invest and have the return they need to be sustainable, and that's their mission. But we have on the other side development agents, we have development agencies and grants that support private sector and new entrepreneurs emerging and can assume those external costs that could make a difference for funds of funds and equity investments that support small entrepreneurs. So that's for me is the agenda. We need government understanding and trust, because there are still some regulatory impediments that are basically the result of a certain mistrust, a certain need for government to be assured that external operators are not here to take advantage of the country, but are here to invest, get a decent return, but in particular to generate additional initiatives.
सेकेन्ड DFI मिसन 2024 मा बेलायती राजदूत रब फेन्डले आर्थिक विकास गर्न नेपालको लागि यो महत्त्वपूर्ण समय भएको र यसमा DFIs तथा नेपालको निजी क्षेत्रले धेरै सेक्टरहरूमा साझेदारी गर्न सक्ने उल्लेख गर्नुभयो।
And this is a very important time for Nepal. I hear people talk about a kind of fork in the road, a date with destiny. I'm always cautious to say that the British people will support Nepal whatever direction it takes. If Nepal remains confined to this low-growth, grant-only development model, we're not going to walk away. We are with Nepal for the very long term. But I think, like the government of Nepal, when we hear the ministers speak, and like the people which you all collaborate with, there clearly is a wish to take a higher growth path, to connect with capital markets, and have that wider horizon, which this country deserves, and which I think I so agree with Jörg that DFIs, you guys, are that bridge onto the new path. IIN has brought you together in advance of the investment summit at the weekend. That's another reason why this is so important, the timing and the community here. Yes, there are deep-rooted structural issues, legal and regulatory ambiguities, and political uncertainty which prevent the flow of large amounts of investments into this country. Removing those hurdles requires a change to policy and power networks which investors can't lead. It does fall to development partners, including multilaterals, Nepal's own best friends, to help spearhead those reforms, to help Nepal stay the course. There are attractive investment opportunities across several sectors in this country. Together, DFIs and we, the development partners, can unlock access to finance for those strategic sectors. I see our task as to create a pipeline of investable deals for DFIs in Nepal, and development partners can help bridge the massive gap between supply and demand for investments here. We're looking for a positive demonstration effect by supporting some FMEs financially. There'll be a revolving fund of the kind that has been spectacularly successful in India, I recall. Enhancing their organizational capabilities and innovation. This is kind of coaching work. It is really important, face-to-face, labor-intensive work to give SMEs the best possible start, and then connecting Nepali products and services to international markets.
कार्यक्रममा नेपाल सरकारको तर्फबाट अर्थ मन्त्रालयका सचिव मधु मरासिनीले नेपालमा अहिले लगानी र रोजगारीको आवश्यकता छ भन्नुभयो। साथै उहाँले नेपालमा लगानीका धेरै क्षेत्रहरू रहेको बताउँदै DFIs लाई नेपालमा विस्तारित रूपमा लगानी साझेदारी गर्न आह्वान गर्नुभयो।
I'm so delighted that now the scope of this investment has been also expanded. So from class A institutions to class B, C, so you're going to the wider areas. That's what we would need. And what we need today is that, I know when I go outside, when I read newspapers, I'll say that, oh, government is not doing like, it's capital expenditure. I know it's to do the capital expenditure, but how big is it? If we, just last year there was a study carried out by FNCCI. So more than 81% of contribution in our GDP comes from private sector, right? And more than 86% of employment is generated by the private sector. Then the investment also should be facilitated through the private sector, because government is just an instrument, that has to create a conducive environment. And I'm so happy that this DFI's seminar is happening just right time or just in advance of third investment summit. And also I have the good news to share with you that just yesterday, the cabinet, the government of Nepal has decided to bring 9 ordinances to amend the investment related acts, because that is also a clever, thing, right? If you go through and I'm not undermining the capacity and sovereignty of our parliament, but that, going through the parliament and you need to have all those discussions and all those formalities that we need to fulfill. But government has decided to bring the ordinance to amend those acts. Now that means that this is what government needs to do. This helps us to create conducive environment. That's what I meant, right? So we will be creating conducive environment. Please to suggest us where we need to carry on the reform from the government side. But please help us bringing new investment, new technology, new ideas, and connecting us with the outer world.
कार्यक्रम टक अफ द टाउनसँगको कुराकानीमा नेपाल राष्ट्र बैंकका गभर्नर महाप्रसाद अधिकारीले नेपालमा डेभलपमेन्ट फाइनान्शियल इन्स्टिट्युसन्स DFIs को लगानी महत्त्वपूर्ण हुने बताउनुभयो।
DFIsहरूको चाहिँ भूमिका निकै महत्त्वपूर्ण रहन्छ। कुनै पनि बाहिरको निजी क्षेत्रको चाहिँ लगानीकर्ताहरू व्यवसायीहरू यो देशमा आउनलाई उनीहरूले DFIsहरूले यो मुलुकलाई कसरी हेरिरहेछन्, कसरी लगानी गरिरहेछन्, किन भन्दा DFIsहरूले यहाँको वित्तीय सिस्टमको, यहाँको इन्डिभिजुअल इन्स्टिट्युसनहरूको कम्प्लिट ड्यु डिलिजेन्स गरेर बसिरहेको हुन्छ। आफूले लगानी गर्नु अगाडि कम्प्लिट त्यसको चाहिँ गभर्नेन्स लेभलहरू सबै हेरिसकेका हुन्छ। त्यसले गर्दा उनीहरूलाई एउटा आत्मबल, आत्मविश्वास चाहिँ अरू लगानीकर्तालाई यिनीहरूको लगानीबाट सहयोग पुग्छ। र हामी कहाँमा DFIहरू चाहिँ अब धेरै पहिलेदेखि चाहिँ होइन, पछिल्ला वर्षहरूमा राम्रो चाखका साथ आइरहेका छन्, लगानी गरिरहेछन्। यसमा चाहिँ ब्रिटेनको होइन, जर्मनको, US को, इभन एम्बेसीहरू आफै पनि मिलेर लगानीहरू गरिराख्नु भएको छ। एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण उदाहरण चाहिँ हाम्रो अप्पर त्रिशुली 1 छ, 9वटा DFIहरूले चाहिँ लगानी गर्नुभएको छ होइन, एकमुष्ट नै। त्यस्तै अरू पनि इन्डिभिजुअल कति ग्रिन केसमा, कति ऊर्जामा लगानी गरिराख्नु भएको छ। र अर्को राम्रो पक्ष के छ भने DFIहरूबाट आउने लगानीहरू चाहिँ त्यो जस्तो पाए त्यस्तै अनुत्पादक क्षेत्रमा लाउन पाइँदैन। ब्याङ्कहरूले त्यो अनलेन्डिङ गरिराख्दाखेरि उत्पादनमूलक क्षेत्रमै, त्यो ग्रिनमै क्लाइमेट मिटिगेसन हुने गरी त्यस्तो क्षेत्रमा लाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ, जुन कुरा हाम्रो पनि प्रायोरिटीको विषय हो, हाम्रो देशको, राज्यको पनि, सरकारको पनि चाखको विषय हो।
जस्तो वैदेशिक लगानीको सन्दर्भमा त्यो लगानी अथवा ऋण व्यवस्थापन यो सबै गर्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ तपाईँले बाइलजमै पनि रिभाइज गर्नुभयो। अब 2024 फेब्रुअरी ताका होला र त्यसमा चाहिँ DFIsहरूलाई अलि रिकग्नाइज गरेको जस्तो, अब फाइनेन्सियल इन्स्टिट्युसनको रूपमा चाहिँ गभर्मेन्टले पनि अलिकति रिकग्नाइज गरेको जस्तो देखियो। यो किन गर्नुभयो र यसले अब कसरी सजिलो हुन्छ भन्ने लागेको छ?
यस्तो छ, हामीले 2 वर्ष 2.5 वर्ष अगाडि जसो नि हामीले अटोमेटेड रुट FDIलाई राष्ट्र ब्याङ्कबाट स्वीकृति लिनु नपर्ने व्यवस्था गऱ्यौँ। त्यो अटोमेटेड रुट बनाइराख्दाखेरि हामीले अरू कुराहरू पनि धेरै पारदर्शी हिसाबले कुनमा कति ब्याज लिन पाइन्छ त, एउटा व्यवसायीले विदेशबाट लोन लियो भने कति ब्याज दिन पाउँछ, एउटा ब्याङ्कले विदेशबाट लोन लिनु पर्यो भने कति ब्याज तिर्न सक्छ, यी कुराहरू त्यहाँ स्पष्ट रेगुलेसनमा राखिएको थियो। त्यस्तै DFIहरूले पनि कति यहाँबाट ब्याज लिन सक्छन् त भन्ने कुरा पनि उल्लेख भएको थियो। त्यो ब्याजमा चाहिँ अलिअलि उहाँहरूको पनि कन्सर्नहरू रहिरहेको, अलिकति फ्लेक्जिबल होस् थप भन्ने थियो। त्यो फ्लेक्जिबिलिटीलाई हामीले गत यो अघिल्लो संशोधनमा चाहिँ अलिकति एड्रेस गर्दै आउँ। त्यसले उहाँहरू केही न केही फ्लेक्जिबिलिटी भयो भन्ने छ, तैपनि अझै पनि यस्तो कुरामा चाहिँ के हुनुपर्छ त भन्दा विन विन हुनैपर्छ, दुवै पक्षलाई फाइदा हुने गरी गर्नैपर्छ।
आगामी दिनहरूमा चाहिँ DFIsको लगानी नेपालको समग्र आर्थिक विकासको लागि अगाडि बढाउने सन्दर्भमा चाहिँ DFIsहरूले के गर्नु पर्यो, सरकारको तर्फबाट र अब राष्ट्र बैंककै तर्फबाट यो इन्भाइरोमेन्ट अगाडि बढाउने कुरा र लगानीलाई वृद्धि गर्ने कुरा र प्रतिफल पनि लिने कुराहरूमा चाहिँ नि तपाईको तर्फबाट कमिटमेन्ट के हुन्छ, अगाडि यसरी बढ्नुपर्छ भन्ने दिग्दर्शन के छ?
यस छ, अब हामी राष्ट्र बैंकको तर्फबाट हामी एकदम खुल्ला छौँ। हामीले अब क्लियर एउटा लेभल प्लेइङ फिल्ड सबै सबैलाई एकै खालको रुल्स रेगुलेसनहरू राखेका छौँ, त्यसले पनि उहाँहरूलाई राम्रै गर्छ। सँगसँगै भोलिको दिनमा सबै लगानी DFIबाटै आउँछ भन्ने त होइन, तर DFIको रोल चाहिँ खास गरी ब्लेन्डेड फाइनेन्सिङमा होइन, कयौँ त्यो इकोसिस्टममा हुने हडल्सहरूलाई चाहिँ मिटिगेट गर्नलाई, कयौँ ग्रिन फाइनेन्सिङ लगायतको कुराहरूमा चाहिँ एड्रेस गर्नलाई उहाँहरूको सहयोग एकदमै काम लाग्छ। त्यस्तै गरी कतिपय ठाउँमा चाहिँ स्टडीहरू गरिदिन पनि उहाँहरूले सघाइदिनुहुन्छ, त्यसले पनि सहयोग गर्छ। किनकि हामी कहाँ कमजोरी के छ भने प्रोजेक्टहरूको प्रिपरेसन नै भएको हुँदैन अनि लगानी चाहिँ फेल हुन्छ धेरै ठाउँमा, त्यो प्रिपरेसनमा उहाँहरूले सघाउन सक्नुहुन्छ। त्यहाँ DFIsहरूको चाहिँ प्योरली फाइनेन्सिङ मात्रै नभएर अरू कुराहरूमा पनि उहाँहरूले सघाउन सक्नुहुन्छ।
सर, अब लगानी बोर्डको समेत अनुभव भइसकेको, त्यहाँ नेतृत्व गरिसकेको भएर अहिले गभर्नर हुनुहुन्छ, नेपालमा लगानी कसरी बढाउने र आर्थिक समृद्धिको बाटोमा मुलुकलाई कसरी अगाडि बढाउने, के गर्न सकिन्छ?
त्यसलाई चाहिँ केही स्ट्राटेजिक स्टेपहरू लिनै पर्छ। अब संरचनागत हिसाबमा नेपालले धेरै काम गरिसकेका छ। लगानी बोर्डको स्थापना, डिपार्टमेन्ट अफ इन्डस्ट्रीलाई चाहिँ के अरे अध्यावधिक गर्ने, त्यसलाई चाहिँ स्ट्रेन्थेन गर्ने काम, त्यस्तै गरी वान स्टप सर्भिस सेन्टर जहाँ चाहिँ राष्ट्र ब्याङ्कको पनि एउटा सेल छ, त्यहाँ हाम्रो 5-6 जना स्टाफ हुनुहुन्छ। राष्ट्र ब्याङ्कको काम अहिले 70% काम त्यहीँबाट हुन्छ, बालुवाटार आइराख्नै पर्दैन, त्रिपुरेश्वरमै हुन्छ। यसरी चाहिँ फेसिलिटेसनहरू गर्दै जाने गर्दाखेरि लगानीलाई सहयोग हुन्छ। अझै के भने खास गरी आन्तरिक अथवा बाह्य लगानीको लागि चाहिँ अलिक हाम्रो माइन्डसेट चाहिँ अझै ओपन गर्नुपर्छ, अझै खुला हुनुपर्छ।
हस्, समय दिनुभयो सर, थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच। थ्याङ्क यू।
Talk of the Town.